The Quasi-War was an undeclared naval conflict between the United States and France that lasted from 1798 to 1800. The war was fought primarily in the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean and was sparked by the XYZ Affair, in which French agents demanded bribes from American diplomats in exchange for improved relations. The XYZ Affair, 1797. The XYZ Affair began in 1797, when President John Adams sent a delegation to Paris to negotiate a treaty with France. The French government, led by the Directory, was unhappy with the Jay Treaty, which the United States had signed with Great Britain in 1794. The French believed that the treaty was a sign of American hostility towards France and began seizing American ships and cargo. The American delegation, led by Charles C. Pinckney, John Marshall, and Elbridge Gerry, arrived in Paris in October 1797. They were met by French agents, who demanded a bribe of $250,000 and a loan of 32 million florins in exchange for improved relations. The Americans refused to pay the bribe and were told that they would have to deal with the French government through the Directory's agents. The XYZ Affair became public in April 1798, when President Adams released the correspondence between the American delegation and the French agents. The American people were outraged by the French demands and the affair led to a wave of anti-French sentiment in the United States. The Quasi-War begins 1798. In response to the XYZ Affair, the United States began to prepare for war. Congress passed a series of laws, including the Alien and Sedition Acts, which restricted immigration and limited freedom of speech. The United States also began to build up its navy and authorized the president to take measures to protect American shipping. The Quasi-War began in July 1798, when the USS Delaware captured the French privateer Le Cugnet. The war was fought primarily in the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean, where American and French ships clashed in a series of naval battles. Naval battles of the Quasi-War. The Quasi-War was marked by a series of naval battles between American and French ships. Some of the most notable battles include USS Constellation vs. L'Insurgent *, February 9, 1799, the USS Constellation, commanded by Captain Thomas Truxton, captured the French ship L'Insurgent off the coast of Nevis. USS Constellation vs. La Vengeance, February 2, 1800, the USS Constellation, again commanded by Captain Truxton, engaged the French ship La Vengeance in a fierce battle off the coast of Guadeloupe. USS Enterprise vs. Flambeau, January 25, 1800, the USS Enterprise, commanded by Lieutenant David Porter, captured the French ship Flambeau off the coast of Haiti. The Treaty of Mortefontaine, 1800. The Quasi-War ended on September 30, 1800, when the United States and France signed the Treaty of Mortefontaine. The treaty, also known as the Convention of 1800, restored peace between the two nations and ended the Quasi-War. The treaty was negotiated by William Vans Murray, who had been appointed by President Adams as the American minister to France. The treaty was ratified by the United States Senate in 1801 and marked a turning point in American foreign policy, shifting from isolationism to expansionism. Impact of the Quasi-War. The Quasi-War had a significant impact on the United States and its people. It led to the establishment of the United States Navy Department in 1798 and strengthened American nationalism and identity. The war also marked a turning point in American foreign policy, shifting from isolationism to expansionism. The Quasi-War also had a significant impact on the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean. It led to the rise of the United States as a major naval power and marked the beginning of American dominance in the region. Key figures: John Adams, President of the United States. Thomas Jefferson, Vice President of the United States. Napoleon Bonaparte, French leader. Toussaint Louverture, Haitian leader. Charles C. Pinckney, American diplomat. John Marshall, American diplomat. Elbridge Gerry, American diplomat. William Vans Murray, American minister to France. Timeline: 1796. French begin seizing American ships and cargo. 1797. XYZ Affair. 1798. Quasi-War begins. 1800. Treaty of Mortefontaine signed. 1801. Treaty of Mortefontaine ratified by the United States.